Joseph understood that he received the birthright, the coat of many colors that made his brothers hate him, not for his own selfish purpose, but to be a blessing to his entire family. This was what the birthright was about. This was why Esau could not be the one to carry the birthright. Why? Because Esau was a profane person. A profane person is a person that does not receive spiritual things. A profane person is a person that does not care, that sees spiritual things from a very non-significant perspective. Esau did not value. Esau was a man's man. He was gifted. He had everything going for him, but he did not care for the blessing. What was most important to God was least important to Esau. Esau was a natural man. In 1 Corinthians 2:14, the Bible says a natural man cannot receive the things of God. The birthright is a thing of God. It is you carrying God's agenda. It is you carrying God's desire. He says, but the natural man does not receive the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness to him, nor can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. It's not that God hated Esau. Yeah, the Bible says, Jacob I love, Esau I hated. But God could not relate with Esau. Why? Because Esau was profane. He was basically godless. There was no link between God and Esau. There was no faith. And the Bible says without faith, it is impossible to please God. It is impossible. So there was no way for Esau to meet with God. There was just no common ground for Esau and God. But you know the difference? Jacob was mild. Jacob was a man of the tents. But Jacob valued what God valued. Jacob valued what God valued. That was why Jacob wanted the birthright. He might not have understood the total importance of what he was asking for, but he had a regard for it, and Jacob was willing to forego his own meal to receive the birthright, which was what Esau was not willing to forego. Which was what Esau was not willing to forego. But you see, it's one thing for you to desire the birthright. It's one thing for you to be a spiritual person. It's one thing for you to be, it's one thing for God to know you, but it's another thing for you to carry the blessing. And to carry the blessing, you must be broken.